Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and sorry for being late due to the traffic. I completely agree with my colleagues, what they say about imperialism and what they done about the psycho speakers and about all today political agenda. When you hear the news and you see the news, you can see what's being not said between the lines. What's there between the lines. Just you open your eye a little bit in the history, you see a lot of things going in and cooking for those nations. Libya, as my brother Sukan said, is a live example of what and the power of the imperialism to do the small nation to the innocent people. They want Tawarga, they issue a decision called number 7. It's the only parliament in its country can issue this kind of decision to wipe out one of the city like city of Bai Walid. So it's a very, very big disaster. I know a lot of people who's Libyan nationals try to do a little bit in the country today, but the force and the power of the armed militia who controlling and looting the country nowadays is beyond any imaginations. The Libya, in every town, in every family, in every extended family, there is a sad story. There's been somebody kidnapped or somebody tortured or somebody killed. Yesterday I saw a young girl, 17 years old, in the middle of the Tripoli, shouting and protesting about her mom being in the detainee shelters. I tell you one thing, what the armed militia doing in our country, and you wouldn't believe it. And I am so sorry to say that, because the guy who did this act is beyond any kind of human being. There is one of the armed militia member who's guard the hospital. He raped a coma patient, unconscious patient, 19 years old girl. She's in ICU unit, intensive care unit. He raped her. And it's been in the news, been everywhere. That's the sort of country. Nobody talk about them. I watch BBC every day, saying in all these kind of channel news. Nobody talk about Libya today. They talk about 1,200 people being in a Muslim detainee center. They being killed during the Gaddafi time. You found it in every title. You find it in everywhere, in every paper. And this is the right for the people to go to raise their hand against the Gaddafi regime. Why didn't talk about 30,000 people of Tawarga? People killed in a daily basis until the people of Libya actually get used to the news. Today I found my older brother in the town of Bai Walid, and he said to me the road to the Tripoli is being cut. Why? Because in a checkpoint there is a couple of guys, they kill each other, and both tribes taken out. I came over from all these kind of sadness in Libya, came over to the point my Iraqi colleague said that they force those nations to become small nations. In Libya, it's life and kicking example in front of our eyes as a national Libyans, academics and professionals, and we talk every time over phone, over any kind of media, even in our Facebooks turn to the political wall actually to say something about our country. Each tribe become a country in Libya. The city of Misrata is a different city, in Benghazi different things, in the south of Libya. But amazingly, we have an oil in everywhere in Libya, and no one single pipe being cut. Why? Because it's safely going out. The other things I need to mention also, there is a chronic war between South and North. The North has been actually drained out from any kind of source for the economy or manufacturers. So that's why they intend all these kind of political murders actually. They try to implement in the south part, which is Libya, one of them. Libya is a small nation and small country. But what about Africa? What about Latin America? What about the other south parts? When a prime minister from any minister from all those south parts country steal the money, where can he put his money? Can he put his money in Argentina, for example? Or in India? The money comes straight away to London, to the city of London, not all London, not to Whitechapel. It come to the city of London, and all the mansions, houses. If you go to the Seine, go to the Nice Bridge, this is the money of the oil. I saw a report in one of the Channel 4 or something about the people from the wealth, from the Gulf countries, Sheikh or tent countries actually, does not belong to anybody, how they use their money in this country. So that's the main problem. They would like to keep the underlying pipe coming from the south, people who are covering, for example, in Nigeria, people who are covering the delta. You see how the British Petroleum Company, how they are so corrupted and so protected, but they didn't talk about any problems being implanted in Nigeria between the Christian and Islam and those fightings. Nobody talk about them. So we are in this platform. Actually, we know we are in front of the big mountain, but we are taking the first step. And thank you very much for Brother Sukan, who lead us in this matter with our attention to focus on those problems. The Iraqi disaster, when it happens, most of the people, they just